Coming up right now, we're going to give you the shocking reason a teacher was arrested after a school's fire drill exercise.
Also coming up, this New York City officer is feeling the heat for playing a game of hoops during an emergency.
A little later on, Amazon billionaire Jeff Bezos and his fiancée have sent out their wedding invites. Why the location is actually kind of raising some eyebrows.
Have you got your invitation?
I didn't see mine at all.
I haven't seen mine either. Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I am Mitch English, and welcome to Daily Flash, everybody. Man, we got a great show. Standing right there is James Alexander working the floor.
Miss him.
You can't miss him at all.
Baby. Good times, baby.
It is good times. Good man to my right is Matt Doolittle. Matty, how are you this day?
Sweet baby James dropping stuff over there, charging his phone, because all the magic that goes on behind the scenes from his phone goes onto our website at dailyflashshow.com.
Yes,
there
it
you
does.
can find all of our socials.
Dying over here.
Send us a note, flash@dailyflashshow.com. Let us know what's happening in your world.
All right, we also want you to go there because there you'll find links to check out where we need your help. It's actually, we've been nominated for a Telly Award, and but there's also a People's Choice, and they're encouraging us to have our viewers to be able to do this, to go ahead and vote. So there is a link right now on your screen that you can go to, but don't worry, it's also sitting there right now on our website at dailyflashshow.com. Just go there, click, it'll take you right to where you need to go to vote for us, and we would love to be the winner. I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to win the People's Choice for Telly.
Awesome. We'll have a Telly Award and a People's Choice option. I love it. I love it. Laundry. We all have to do it, right?
I love doing laundry.
Have you? Do you really?
I love it. I love folding. I love it.
What?
I'm serious.
You're
love
that
it.
one?
Yeah.
Really?
I hate it.
No, laundry to
My
me.
wife's about to hire someone because we both hate it. We just leave it.
Come over and
You know,
help you out.
if you need me, I know you have that restraining order about going through your underwear again. But if you need some help, Maddie, I'll do
No,
it.
it was that thing with the cat.
The cat's underwear is even weirder.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know how to fold those little things. I will try
Wait, you
to.
put the cat in the washer?
Oh yeah, that's he comes out a big fluffy ball.
This is how rumors start. So they've got a story out talking about the worst things you can put in the washer. Something you should never put in the washer. Your cat. Well, your cat, yes.
Anything living.
Let's
right?
don't do that. Bath mats. They say bath mats are the worst thing
can
for
buy
your
into that.
washer because they absorb so much water and then they become super heavy in the washing machine drum, especially if you have a front loader. And you might be able to get away with it for a few different wash cycles, but eventually it's going to knock the drum off its axis, and then you're going to be
Which is the major thing that happens all the time.
you're going to have to buy a brand new washer.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
It's something I never thought about.
neither.
By all means, but leaving. I guess hand washing would be the only way you'd want to do it, and then leave it outside anyway. Seems like there's a lot of bacteria on these things.
They say that. I mean, this is kind of a stretch, but if you're adamant about washing the bath mat or anything like it, take it to a laundromat because they have commercial washing machines which can handle that better.
Yeah. So take it to
Or a steam cleaner, yeah.
the bath mat to the laundry mat.
Yes.
And
And ask for Matt.
We got a different mat over there
Hey,
that I won't say.
look, I say go to the dollar store and get a new one. Throw it away.
Or you could just buy a new one.
It's like
That's
save
what I would
yourself
do.
the
in my
hassle.
house. That thing's ugly. Get rid of
Yeah.
it.
A few other things you should never put in the washing machine. Stuffed animals, they say. Same thing. I guess they get real heavy
Sure,
and
that
soaked
makes
with water.
sense, yeah.
Anything waterproof.
Well,
yeah.
Which I'm
Never
glad
thought
they
about
put
that.
that on the list. Memory foam pillows.
They get thick and heavy.
Same
yeah.
thing.
Memory foam is.
I don't know why somebody would throw a suit and tie in the washer, but they've got that on the list.
You're drunk.
No. You're a single man.
Hey.
That's what it is.
Baby socks, because they can get lost in.
Oh, 'cause they're so small,
Yeah,
I
so
imagine,
small.
sure.
Let's see. Any clothes covered in pet hair, because the pet hair can clog up your
And
washer.
and not only that, it'll be on your next load.
Yeah.
It'll
So they say do one of those roller things on your clothes before you put them in. And leather and lingerie.
never do that.
lingerie?
Lingerie. Unless you put it in a mesh bag.
Lingerie
Put it in a
should
mesh
not.
bag? Okay.
Yeah.
When did you guys like? I have clothes where I'm like, I wore these jeans a couple days. I
Yeah.
can wear. Lingerie should, not be worn. if you think about it. So he shouldn't have that many hours.
You shouldn't have to wash laundry.
That's what it is.
Or sell it online and don't clean it.
Right. Oh.
Actually, it's worth more.
Yeah, it's worth more if you don't wash it.
And we always go
Is
there.
there an OnlyFans page for this?
I am
I guarantee you there is.
positive.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, James has it.
Let's jump into some trending news stories. We start off with a 350-pound teacher. He's in Minnesota, accused of using a 6th grade student as a stepping stool during a school fire drill.
What's wrong with people?
I wonder about this. That's him right there, 48-year-old Jason Rogers. He admitted to standing on the boy's back because he didn't think he was following the rules.
Oh, well, that'll teach him.
Yeah, the boy's mother said that her son is now in constant pain, walking around like an 80-year-old man. The student told officers that his teacher stood on his back for about 10 seconds. The teacher admitted that he stepped on him and 2 other students because they were supposed to be sitting in their chairs. Instead, they chose to lie down on their stomachs. Rogers has since been put on paid administration leave while this incident is going to be investigated, which is probably a good idea. Never a good idea at all to step on or do. If in doubt, don't. When you're a teacher or a substitute teacher, if in doubt, don't. If you think it's probably going to get in trouble.
I mean, what crosses this guy's mind to say, I'm nearly a 400-pound man. I think a great idea would be to step on the back of a kid to teach him a lesson.
Right. What and knowing that, like, what if I do? What if I hurt this person? I mean, a kid. You know, obviously the kids probably thought it was funny, and I don't know this guy obviously, but that's what he got in trouble for. I wouldn't. You know, were there other things that you might have gone a little bit too far?
Down an avenue, but this is, this could be a kink for someone,
Well, I mean, look, it's great for the kid. Your college is free. Your life is free. You got a new school named after you.
You got a little limp.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everything. Life is free now. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All this on my back plus the teacher.
Yeah, plus that guy. Check this out. An NYPD officer is in hot water for playing hoops during an emergency. The unidentified officer was throwing down while a 3-story home was on fire nearby. Some who saw the video were shocked to see the officer continue on with the game. Although police officers and firemen are both first responders, the jobs require a different level of response from both agencies. You wouldn't expect a firefighter at a murder scene unless fire was involved. Officers who respond to fire scenes are usually tasked with traffic control in order to allow firefighters to respond to the scene.
Yeah, we don't know the whole thing here.
Yeah.
I'd be more embarrassed the fact that I missed that shot.
Completely missed the whole thing.
It's not really regulations.
There are active flames there, as you see in the shot. And,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we don't know. And again, this goes to a lot of video of what happens
Yes.
before and what happens after. We never know. But there's somebody sitting there videotaping. I'm just hoping it's not another cop or another fireman.
It could be a kid.
It could be a kid. I'm
be.
hoping that's actually
Could
who it
be.
is and not another first
And we don't know
responder.
if he was on duty or off duty or,
We
that's
don't know the
part
whole
of it.
story.
We don't know
Maybe
the whole
keeping
story.
one of the kids calm while it was going on or something.
There's
That
nothing
could
he
be
can
it
really
too.
do.
Well, then
Houses
that's the
on
thing.
fire.
And that's the thing. It's like if you go to one of those, a fire scene, oftentimes the firemen will say, we need everybody out of the way, and police can be used for traffic control and to keep crowds away, but they can't be involved in a fire. So that's just part of their job.
So he couldn't run in there. Like, obviously, it's.
Yeah.
I would imagine if they heard screams, then that's why they call them first responders.
Yes.
No matter what your job is, you hear somebody, you work towards them to be able to save them.
yes.
But that doesn't look like that's the case.
But then also too, I was watching On Patrol Live. Have you ever watched
Yes.
that on Reels? They had this same situation, but it was a live thing happening where there was a house on fire and an officer was there, and the people were screaming at the officer to go in and save the guy. He goes, "I can't. Fire crews are on the way. I don't know how to do that. I'm not allowed to go in there and try and
Lawsuits would
rescue."
happen if
Yes,
he did try
of
something
course.
by that.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, didn't there's a Miami Heat and Shaquille O'Neal joke in there somewhere because he missed it and there's a fire. So I'm gonna let you guys write that and send it to me
Okay,
because
I
I don't
like
have
it.
enough time. Let's
I
go
mean,
now.
and Shaq is an officer. So.
Maybe
Yes,
he is a
that's
cop, you're right.
Yeah.
Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, his fiancee Lauren Sanchez, they've sent out their wedding invites,
thank
kids.
God.
The second richest man in the world and his soon-to-be wife Sanchez will be married in Venice, Italy this summer. The 61-year-old Bezos, 55-year-old Sanchez engaged back in May of 2023. Billionaire Bezos ended his 25-year marriage with his wife Mackenzie 4 years ago. That's the same time Sanchez split from her husband.
Coincidence?
Probably. Sanchez and Bezos are set to tie that knot on their $500 million yacht off the coast of Italy in June. That's the same yacht that they had to tear down a bridge for it to get through. Bezos proposed with a 20-carat, 2.8 $5 million sparkler he scored during Amazon Prime Days. I'm kidding, but he did. It's supposed to be 4 months' salary.
Well, yeah, well, you know.
Dude,
He
really
got the money.
screwed that up.
Hey.
4 months salary and only spent $2 million on the ring.
Where do you wear that ring?
That's another thing, right?
I mean, maybe to dinner, but like you wouldn't want to walk out the door with that thing on.
Because of the fact you don't know, like, what if something falls out, or if it breaks, or that sort of
They
thing.
have tons of security around him all the time.
That's true.
But not only
That's
that,
gonna happen.
you can get another one. No, he can get a bulk of them.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
your billionaire.
And he can return them for free.
That's true.
And it's not dirty.
Free Prime shipping.
Stick around, more Flash after this. Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. As we jump into our parenthood, listen, if your adult child moves back home, you're going to soon realize that living with an adult child is not the same thing as raising a teenager. So joining us right now is psychologist Dr. Frida Birnbaum with some advice on how we can navigate this fairly common family dynamic. Dr. Frida, thank you so much for coming back to the show. Wait a minute, we did our job. They come back and attack us at our home? Is this true? Is this happening more and more?
It's a nightmare, and it's very scary. But for the kids, I mean, it's great. I mean, they have everything that they really want. I mean, they're coming back because of money. I mean, wouldn't you want to be able to come back to your parents and see that they can take care of you? Maybe not you, I don't know, Mitch.
No.
But in general, it's a great deal for them. You know, food, clothing, travel, whatever that is. But that's basically the reason why these kids do come home.
I think that,
But for the
plus the fact,
parents, go ahead.
you never have to worry about rent because, rent's always going to be paid. But how is that really reshaping family life today, Doc?
It could be very difficult, and you have to set boundaries. And when you argue, don't talk about it. Leave the room, leave the house, get in the car, go away. Wait till later when the heat is over,
Okay.
to talk about what it is that's really bothering you.
As they grow up, we're trying to teach them to get to the moment where you can actually have an adult conversation, but that also comes with conflict. So I imagine that there's a lot of emotions. How do parents and their adult kids, how do we need to handle this emotion roller coaster?
Keep them busy, have them do the laundry, have them make dinner a couple times a week, pay for something. How about paying rent? $50 a week, $50 a month, whatever that is, to keep that resentment away that one set of people are doing more than the other. Responsibility is very important to keep that roller coaster emotional aspect of the relationship at bay, for sure. You have to keep them busy.
We always talk about it as far as relationships goes, whether it be parent-child, but there's always boundaries, or just even relationships in anything that we have. What is that secret, though, of actually setting the boundaries in order to keep the peace? What do we have to keep in mind?
Well, keep in mind that eventually they're going to move out. So that helps. It's not permanent. So the boundary should be that we should have our own space and our own time. Go shopping for groceries, whatever that is. And do you remember, Mitch, when you were home, did you have game night? Did you have family night? Did you have movie night?
We did. Every Monday was called Family Home Evening is what we did. My dad was really big on it, but we did something as a family. As we got older, we stopped doing it, but I remember as a kid, I always looked forward to that Monday night.
Absolutely. So get out the popcorn, sit down, have fun, well, they're older, so you can't watch GP movies completely, a little bit, but just imagine when they're not there, the woman wants to watch love romantic stories, the husband wants to watch, or the partner wants to watch adventure stories, and they each watch on their own. So you have at least company, and that's the way to bond and to keep each other connected together.
We talk about as the kids grow up, and eventually we get to this phase of our life called the empty nest. But you say the empty nest syndrome, if you want to call it that, is really a myth. Explain that.
Yes, absolutely. It's a myth. You know, parents really are looking to vacation. They're looking to get together with their friends, go out to different restaurants, explore themselves, the world. You know, after all, they've been home all this time
Yeah.
watching the kids. And the kids, they feel stuck. They're not doing anything. They're not going anywhere with their contemporaries. They can't bring that girl home to their house. So they don't even have those opportunities. So it is a myth. I mean, in the beginning, you may feel empty, but for parents, it can't be about the parents. You did the right job. You did a good job. It's time for the kids to go ahead and move on.
I agree. Yeah, you got to let them go, fly out of the nest. But
Yes.
there are some good things that happen, some perks that you found living with adult kids. What are they?
Well, first of all, when your kids are too happy, you have to be careful too. So the perks shouldn't be too high. But some of the things, conversations about what's going on with them, you can bond, you can be closer together. You can talk about what's going on in the world around you. So those are the things that you have with adult children that you don't really have with teenagers, let's say, because teenagers are a mess. I have two of them.
Yes.
I have twins. And they're like, I just had somebody help me with this. He just ran out. He has to go have breakfast. As soon as they drive, they're not available anymore. You don't see them. So I don't even know where he is. Last night I said, "Where are you? I need help with this show." Whatever. But he came home
Well,
very late. But so that's bonding with adults.
You're showing them, you're going with their expertise. You're saying, hey, look, I trust you. I need some help setting this camera shot up and yada, yada, and that
Yes.
sort of thing. So it becomes, I
right.
guess, closer to like a relationship you would have with friends, because now they're closer to your age. If you think about it, they're adults and that sort of
Exactly.
thing.
It's
I agree with that.
it's a much better relationship. You get to know them in a way that you wouldn't otherwise. So that's one good part about it.
I agree.
So, but there's much more to it as well. But the important thing, Mitch, is if they're too happy, watch out, because they're not going to want to leave.
You're right.
So that's when you know,
Oh, I know.
that's when you know there's a problem. So go ahead. I mean, I have a patient who actually goes on vacations, has food, clothing, everything. But, research has shown that the best thing for you is to be productive. So once your kids are in this place of getting too comfortable, then you have to kick them out, because that's the only thing you can do. So forget about this myth about empty nest syndrome. No, it's the best thing that could really happen to you,
All
for
right.
sure.
Dr. Frieda, thank you so much. You can visit drfrieda.com, and we'll have links on our website. She's also on X at Dr. Frieda. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. Hey, it's Thursday. That means it's time for us to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony.
Thanks, Mitch. Streaming on MGM Plus is the mystery crime series 9 Bodies in a Mexican Morgue.
I hate flying. I never know what's worse, a small plane like this or 300 passengers.
They both come down at the same speed.
Thanks.
I'm just saying.
No fuel! Mayday! Mayday!
The series follows 9 strangers who find themselves lost in a remote Mexican jungle after their small plane crashes. One by one, the survivors are murdered, leaving the remaining passengers to solve the terrifying mystery before it's too late.
I think if they were to crash land in the jungle, they hopefully are going to be with more cooperative people. That would be my thought. I mean, I think this is what we were saying before, that you'd hope that 10 people would really band together and be kind, and these 10 really don't trust each other, which is what makes the show so interesting. And then it turns out there's good reason.
With a hearty tip of the hat to Agatha Christie's 10 Little Indians, 9 Bodies in a Mexican Morgue is a good thriller with plenty of twists and turns and solid acting. Again, you can check it out streaming on MGM Plus. It gets a B and is not rated. In selected theaters is the animated family film A Sloth Story.
Delicious! You coming to cricket training? On my way right now!
Ay, my eyebrow! Mija, a little help!
After a terrifying storm destroys their home, a speedy sloth named Laura and her family move to the big city in their rusted old food truck, hoping to make their business a success. I chatted with Olivia Vasquez and Tio Vergara.
Laura is a super speedy sloth. She has a need to be moving at all times. If she had to stand still, she would probably be like vibrating or something. She has a big sense of adventure. She wants to go out there and chase her dreams and see the big city. And she also has a really strong sense of responsibility to her family and her culture. And she's got kind of one foot in both places. And this film explores that.
And everything she does is from passion, it's from love. So that really reflected with the voice. So as an actor, it was so much fun and quite easy to do because the writing was there and the story was already there. It was just sort of adding a little bit of color and my version to it. And I'm so lucky that I got picked to do Gubby because it was a beautiful character and a beautiful story.
A Sloth Story is a delightfully animated adventure film combining food and family. Again, it's playing in selected theaters and gets a B. It's rated PG. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
Thank you there, Tony. Well, welcome to your Daily Digits. Your first number today is 90,000, or 90K if you want to be fancy about it. Hold on to your snack bags, folks, because this might not be the most flaming hot auction of the year. A Cheeto, yes, a single crunchy spicy snack just sold for nearly $90,000. We talked about it last week. It was supposed to go for 25, it's going for 90. But this isn't just any Cheeto. This cheesy relic is a replica of Charizard, nerds. Nerds. The fire-breathing Pokemon we all know and love.
Nerds.
An auction house presented the Cheeto snack inside a crystal clear case attached to a special Pokemon card. Because a Cheeto like this deserves museum-level security, the Cheeto became an internet sensation last year after being found back in 2018. And that's what tells you how it's made of, because it's lasted till that long. And it set the stage for a fiery bidding war of nerds. All right, well, your next number is 403. That's how tall the Starship rocket from SpaceX was that went boom, boom. Ooh. Just 2 months after flaming debris rained down on Turks and Caicos, SpaceX's massive Starship rocket is back in the headlines, this time sending wreckage streaking across the skies of Florida. The 403-foot rocket blasted off from Texas with high hopes of a controlled test flight, but moments later, things took a dramatic turn. While the first stage booster successfully landed back at the pad, the spacecraft on top began spiraling out of control as engines failed mid-flight. The plan was for the Starship to make a smooth descent over the Indian Ocean, and instead they lost contact with the rocket, and the rocket met a fiery fate before it could deploy its 4 mock satellites. With NASA betting on Starship for future lunar missions and Elon Musk dreaming of a Martian colony, SpaceX is proving one thing for sure: it's go big or go boom. And my wife would like to be the first lawyer, just throwing that out there, in space so she can take care of all this stuff later on.
When it comes to pioneering ideas, these kinds of failures make a huge difference in moving to the next level.
You got to fail to move forward.
Absolutely.
I just wonder about, thank you there, Maddie, about all the ladies that are about to go up on Bezos. Okay, you know, if they're second guessing it.
You never know.
Stick around, Flash Travels next.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I am Mitch English, and we're so glad to have you here aboard Daily Flash.
Yes.
So glad to have you.
Ahoy!
Ahoy! Ahoy! All right, we go to Canada for this shaking our head moment. All right, so in Canada, they, well, obviously just like America, we have bus stops everywhere, right?
Yes.
Well, this guy, he lives in, you know about the story? He lives in Montreal, Canada, and he goes to bed. His daughter has a car. She parks out on the street. She goes to bed. Well, come around 7 o'clock in the morning, because the Canadians, apparently, they do work. Overnight and very early. They come and put a bus stop sign right in front of his house, right? Okay, puts it in there, finishes the job at 7:55 a.m. Okay, now keep in mind, I sat back. The daughter parked her car out on the out on the street, okay? And then they put the sign up afterwards. Got it? 10 minutes after they finished from 7:55, so about 5 minutes after 8, here comes a parking enforcement officer and gives her a ticket. Well, the guy's like, listen, well, okay, well, we'll get this one dismissed no matter what. And so he goes, well, there's no way you guys can give me this ticket. I mean, you guys just put this up in the overnight, and I woke up and I see it, and you gave me a ticket. You can't do that. Go tell City Hall. He goes down to City Hall. City Hall says, yeah, we don't really warn residents about when we put these things up. So sorry, there's no way for you to know that this is coming. And then they said to it, once the ticket's written, there's nothing we can do about it. So you still have to pay this ticket, this parking ticket. It will not let them off. You know how you get those meter maids that go, sorry, ticket's already wrote. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, now the city folks are saying the same thing, and he still has to pay this ticket. I mean, he had nothing to do with it.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, I totally disagree with that. The fact that they built this bus stop overnight, I could understand if they'd put up signs saying, hey, bus stop will be here, no parking.
Which they should probably do.
Yeah, they should have. But the fact that now there's no possible way, there's always a way.
And that's what makes America the greatest country in the world.
That's right.
Nobody agrees with me.
I do.
That's not why you get warnings here in America. Right.
It's the greatest country. So Canada, you can keep yourself.
Keep it.
We don't want you.
Keep your terrors. We love you, Canada. We're on in Canada. We love you, Canada.
We love you, girl.
We love you, girl. You got
Sorry,
that
I gotta stop that.
We love you, girl.
I watched it. We should mention congratulations to the
Florida Gators.
Florida Gators for winning.
Yeah,
Gators. They won the whole thing, man.
Speaking of Canadians, they have the big 7'9" Canadian.
7'9" guy who has not yet played. I didn't see him play on the court.
Freshman.
You freshman, but probably next.
The best thing was when they went to cut the net, he didn't have to use the ladder. He took the scissors off the top of the ladder to cut his own piece, then put the scissors back.
Man.
And walked off. Everybody's
Taller
like,
than Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq was 7'2".
Walter Clayton, which was one of the stars of the team, he was caught, on an interview. Somebody hot mic moment. What do you want to say? He goes, I need to say I love my mom. I love my mom. I love you, girl.
I love you, girl.
I love you, girl. He said that. It was so cute. It was such an honest moment.
My
mama. Where's my mama?
And a big moment in his life, and he thought of his mama, which
I know. Isn't that sweet?
Love that.
Okay, we turn to this story, which is very bizarre. A 350-pound teacher in Minnesota has been accused of using a 6th grade student as a stepping stool during a school fire drill. 48-year-old Jason Rogers admitted to standing in the boy's back because he didn't think he was following the rules. The boy's mother said her son is now in constant pain and walking around like an 80-year-old man.
Wow.
The student told officers that his teacher stood on his back for roughly 10 seconds. The teacher also admitted that he stepped on him and 2 other students because they were supposed to be sitting in their chairs.
Wow.
Instead, they chose to lie down on their stomachs during the fire drill. Rogers has since been put on paid administrative leave while the incident is being investigated.
It's pretty scary if you think about it. Maybe he's a jovial teacher, and they thought, well, I goof around with my kids.
Just because he's big, you think he's jolly?
Well, I used to be there. I've been there. I was always the jovial Mitch English. I remember that.
Do you think he
and the
knows
jolly.
his size?
But he needs. I was going to get to that. He didn't realize how stupid that was, and how big he was, and how much he really could have hurt. And
yeah, sounds
this
like
person
he did. Yeah.
could have break something. I mean, 350 pounds is a lot.
On a small child, yes.
So keep that in mind, and we'll find out what happens to them. We also, of course, have more Flash right around the corner. You don't want to miss out on that. We got this scene with Doreen coming up around the corner as well. Stick around. We love having you here. This is Daily Flash.
Where's my mama?
Where's
my mama? Oh, I love you, girl.
With Doreen, I get to sit down with intuition and lifestyle coach to the stars, Maury Fontanez. She has a new book out, and I can't wait to dig in. Check it out.
How can I ask them to sacrifice themselves based solely on your intuition?
Every fiber in my being says this is a mistake. I can't explain it to myself, so I can't explain it to you. I only know that I'm right.
Daughter of Iranian immigrants, they fled their country just as the current regime was taking power. You were raised by a single working-class mom, having to navigate in a very male-dominated world, as we know. And the odds were really stacked against you right from the beginning.
Yeah, things are not always easy. Things can be very hard, but that difficulty, that pain is our shaping. And if we can lean into it, then we can find in that hardship the highest frequency, the most empowered version of us, and that's our higher self. So I believe that all of those things that I lived through happened by design so that I could sit here today and remind all of you how empowered you are and remind you of your higher self.
Why do you feel so many people have difficulties tapping into their higher self? Why can't they find it easier?
We are not conditioned to look for it. You know, we are conditioned to look to others to define our value. And that happens from a very young age. We understand from a very, very young age that we need our caregivers' validation and acceptance to receive their love. And that is a survival instinct within us. And very rarely do we get asked, who are you really? What do you value? What do you think? What do you want? You know, we tend to put our kids in the things that we like to do. We tend to raise them in our image. And so we set them out in the world unintentionally, really primed to become addicted to validation from the outside world. We keep getting met with these messages as human beings that our value is externalized. And so we aren't taught or asked to look within. And it's only when we look within that we find our higher self, that we find this great worth and dignity and intuitive knowing.
Psst, don't trust him.
Who said that?
You did. I'm your intuition.
No, I've always thought of intuition as that little voice that says, hey, Doreen, don't eat that extra dessert, or hey, Doreen, don't buy Tesla stock right now. But, you know, just that little voice, you know, that tries to help you do the right thing. But what exactly, in layman's terms, for my audience, is intuition? And what's the difference between that and say, instinct?
Great question. Instinct is a biological, physiological part of us as a species living on this planet that has had experiences over time and that is there to remind us how to survive. So think about an animal's instincts. We too are mammals. We have instincts for our survival. Your intuition is there to allow you to thrive. It's not based on past information. It's a knowing in the moment that comes from a greater consciousness that you are able to tap into, and just in the moment it drops in, boom, like a fact. It's a present understanding of something that you can't quite explain, that you can't trace back to experience, but that just exists within you.
The fact of the matter is that we all need to tap into our higher self, our higher being, and find that feeling inside that just is our voice, that voice.
And use it. Use that voice. The world needs it more than ever right now.
Well, then I want all my viewers, my listeners, to follow their intuition and pick up Maury's new book, Higher Self, Reclaiming the Power of Your Intuition, available now at harpercollins.com. And to find out more about Maury and her incredible mission and message, visit MauryFontanez.com.
Thank you, Doreen. Thank you for having me and having this conversation. It means a lot.
And if you want to hear more of our great conversation, visit here. I'm Doreen Taylor with The Scene with Doreen here at the Daily Flash each week. See you next time.
Well, the new school year is beginning and the sun is still shining. Joining us today is renowned dermatologist Dr. Asha Patel Saha, here to explain why everyday use of sunscreen is just as important during the school year as it is during the summer. Welcome, doctor.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure to be here.
So why is sunscreen so important this time of year?
Well, a lot of people think sunscreen is just for an occasion like the beach or the park, but the reality is the sun's UV rays don't take a vacation. Our children spend a lot of time outdoors during the school year, and we do know that one blistering sunburn in childhood can more than double one's lifetime risk of melanoma. So that's why our team at Kenvue, the makers of Neutrogena, are spreading the word. Daily sun protection remains critical. Just like brushing your teeth, it's a small step that makes a big impact.
So why do you say sunscreen should be on a back-to-school shopping list?
Well, as our children are returning back to school, as you said, the sun is still shining, and the sun protection methods we learned over the summer are just as important. So as you may know, many states now have been allowing students to use sunscreen and sun protective clothing at school without a physician's note or prescription to help protect them from the dangers of UV protection.
Great. Where can we go for more info, Doc?
Yeah, so for more sun safety tips, I'd suggest to visit kenvue.com/sun.
Thanks so much for that. We'll make sure we have it on our website at dailyflashshow.com. And now, lifestyle expert Bahar Tactician shares tips on how to make back-to-school shopping stress-free, time-saving, and easier on your wallet with solutions families can count on all school year long. Bahar, so how can we make back-to-school time easier right now?
Well, you have to start using Shipt. This is the ultimate back-to-school sidekick. It's going to help parents and caregivers really ease the stress on themselves and their wallets. So with the Target Circle 360 membership, you get unlimited same-day delivery on orders over $35 in as little as a few hours, plus automatic access to Shipt's network of more than 100 stores. So that means same-day delivery for groceries, supplies for pets, beauty and wellness, and so much more. And exclusively for Target Circle 360 members, Shipt now offers no price markups, excluding select alcohol retailers and items. So basically, through the Target Circle 360 paid membership program, you can activate your Shipt benefit through your Target account, and with a few taps, families can shop for everything they need to get back into the routine from a number of stores like CVS, Lowe's, and even local grocers. So Target Circle 360 members really get the best of Shipt and Target. And you still get some great one-of-a-kind features like preferred shoppers. These are shoppers that work with Shipt, and they go above and beyond to make sure customers get exactly what they want.
So Bahar, what are people stocking up on?
Well, everyone's getting back to the routine this time of year, so people are stocking up on things like bread and cheese and taco for school lunches. They're also, getting chicken thighs and ground turkey for taco night. So people are really wondering, what can I do to make the process of getting back into the school year a lot easier?
Sounds super easy. Where can we go for more info?
Well, there's a special deal going on. Target Circle 360 members can use code BACKTOSCHOOL. They'll get $10 off when they spend $50 or more on their Shipt marketplace for order from August 7th through September 12th. And for more information, the best thing that they can do is go to shipt.com/target-circle-360.
Hey, do you have a go-to when you're stopping by your favorite restaurant? Well, these days there are so many options and possible meal combos when we hit the drive-through or when we pull up a seat with the family. Ali La is here now with some fun new suggestions to help cure your cravings at mealtime. Take a look.
When it comes to dining out, we know exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for convenience, for varieties. We're looking for something essentially that we cannot get it at home. At this time of the year, we know that things get a little bit busy, so we know that eating out becomes very common. But having a quick meal does not mean that we cannot have something that's satisfying. We want to have something that is tasty with new offerings, with choices, right, of burgers, sides, zero sugar drink. Burger King has asked the guests to dream up on the ultimate burger creation, and that has inspired us to create our flame grilled take on the classic steakhouse flavor. So excited to share with everyone the Steakhouse Bacon Whopper that come with our classic and delicious flame grilled Whopper patty, melted Swiss cheese, crispy onion. It comes with the bold flavor of the iconic A1 sauce, and it's rich in peppercorn aioli. For this delicious sandwich, obviously we needed to have the perfect pairing of beverage. We have seen a strong interest in zero sugar beverages, and I am so excited to share that Coke Zero Sugar is now available nationwide at Burger King. For every sip and every bite of the sandwich, we need to make sure that we have our perfect sidekick, right? So if you cannot choose between fries and onion rings, well, you don't have to choose now. You can have it halvesies. And for limited time, we have new additional offerings for side. If you're looking for something a little bit more savory, you can have our classic chicken fries. Or maybe you want something a little more cheesy. We have mozzarella fries, and obviously we all have our sweet tooth, and obviously churro fries is the way to go. No matter how you want to do your combination, there is no wrong way because you can have it your way.
This week in Washington, D.C., local leaders from across the country gathered for the National League of Cities Congressional City Conference. Joining us right now is the NLC president and mayor of Athens, Ohio, Steve Patterson. Steve, welcome to the show. First off, tell us, what is the Congressional City Conference? The
Congressional City Conference
is where we bring municipal leaders from across the nation here to Washington, D.C. to share best practices, to talk about challenges, and to engage with Congress, which we'll be doing on Wednesday of this week.
Tell us, what are some of the topics that are actually going to be discussed?
You know, probably top of mind for everyone who is here is the shortage of housing in municipalities across the nation. So that's a big discussion that is going on. Still having to understand and manage things like rail safety and getting that narrative out to Congress to say, continue to work on a bill that leads to rail safety. And for me, it's really close to home when we had the derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. Yeah.
If folks want to find out more about information about this, where can they go?
They can simply go to nlc.org.
All right.
nlc.org.
Fantastic. We'll put that link on our website, dailyflashshow.com. Thank you, Steve.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Some of Hollywood's biggest stars reveal their journeys to their game-changing leading roles. This is today's must-watch Apple TV documentary, #1 on the call sheet.
What's this about?
Rolling.
#1 on the call sheet.
#1 on the call sheet.
Must be real.
You know, it's like, yo, #1.
Pictures up. Too late to run now.
Oh!
You were #1 on the call sheet for that?
Yeah, I must have been.
If you're #1 on the call sheet, you are the subject and not the object of the narrative.
It's an accomplishment for most actors. I didn't know how many opportunities I would have to be first. It means we made it.
The actors of now, we don't get here without your Denzels, your Morgans.
Still, I'm not a movie buff. It really comes down to the work. I'm just an actor. I'm no different from you. But when you see me coming, stand back a little bit more.
Where are you at? You're constantly ranking yourself.
There is something wonderful about being able to navigate that and still feel like you aren't giving up who you are.
It was very important to me to learn early in the game how to do everybody's job. Now I have flashbacks. They got me having flashbacks.
Like, damn.
Show people there's more to me than meets your eye.
If I'm being transformed, the audience will be transformed.
That man call us a minority. I ain't taking nothing minor. I'm major, bro.
The audience is a huge part of our work, and they need to see themselves.
I can't even begin to describe what this is like.
This is the moment.
We are storytellers. We put in seats.
I thought I was fly. I acted like I was fly and got what I wanted.
Once you get to the top of the mountain, create more mountain.
Are you done?
With what?
We were talking about that. It's always fun to see just different perspectives for actors and what they had to go through. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I remember interviewing Mark Ruffalo one time. I think it was for the movie Collateral. And he told me, you know, the number of jobs he did. And it was great.
Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye, y'all.